Lights are out. We're going to go green, ladies and gentlemen. 25 laps will tell the story. Dave Murdoch gets this race started in the Sprinkle start zone. And they're making contact all the way down into turn number 1. Murdoch and Colton Walters. They come out of turn number 2, 1 and 2 for that matter, but Brian Schwartzlander behind. And here comes Garrett Crummert getting a leg up on Jeremiah Shingeldecker early. Or is he? We'll see how it comes to the line. Side by side are your 1 and 2 in points. Dave Murdoch is your leader, and he's going to have to win if he wants to get the points championship here tonight, but he's also got to hope for catastrophe from 2 other drivers. He leads the way here after 2 laps. Colton Walters still resides in the 2nd spot, and here comes Brian Schwartzlander in 3rd. He had a challenge from Garrett Crummert on the inside of turn number 2. Schwartzlander pulls away into turn number 3. They go. Rick Rogalski gets a little bit swirly on the back stretch, goes up over the edge, goes up over the cushion in 3 and 4. We're going to say green. Dave Murdoch is still your leader, currently a 7/10 of a second gap. Come across the line now. Here comes Jeremiah Shingeldecker battling with Chaz Wolbert. Chaz Wolbert started all the way back in the 8th starting position, now worked his way up to a top 5 and battling for 4th with Garrett Crummert. Chaz Wolbert, a true rookie of this division here. He recently participated in the Hummus Auto and Truck Supply Rush Sportsman Modified division, but has gone big block racing for the 2022 campaign. Currently finds himself in the top 5 in points for his efforts. 5 laps complete as Dave Murdoch now makes his way around turn 4 to 6 laps complete. Colton Walters holding on, but here he's got an 8-time track champion behind him and Brian Schwartzlander. Schwartzlander with a huge run coming down the backstretch. He's going to try to go low in 3. Colton Walters shuts the door on him, though. Kills all that momentum. Position battle for the 4th spot now between the 29 of Garrett Crummert and the C3 of Chaz Wolbert. Currently, as it stands, with Shingeldecker running in the 6th spot, he would still be your track champion. 8 laps complete. Brian Schwartzlander jumps the cushion just a bit in turn number 1, but it doesn't kill much momentum, if at all. And problems for Garrett Crummert in the 29. Problems for Dave Murdoch in the 61. Your leader pulls off. 2nd and 3rd in points. Both take their cars pit side simultaneously on lap number 9. We stay green, but Colton Walters is your new leader. Just like that, it is pretty much all secured. Jeremiah Shingeldecker in the 37 MD currently runs in the 4th spot with 10 laps complete. He is going to be your 2022 points champion in the Deal Automotive Big Block Modifieds. But now we've got a battle between 2 cars. We've got a guy eyeing up his first career win, and we've got a guy with the most storied accomplishments in all of Big Block Modified racing at the action track, Lernerville Speedway. Caution calls Rick Rogalski over in turns 3 and 4. That brings out the first caution flag of the 25-lap feature event. Rogalski drives the rock all race long. Chaz Wolbert and Jeremiah Shingeldecker make up the 2nd row. We're going to see how this plays out. Green is out from the Sprinkles restart zone. Excellent start for Colton Walters. Got to going pretty good. That's what you got to do against Brian Schwartzlander. Colton Walters looks to lead lap number 12. We're closing in on halfway here. Battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen, now is Colton Walters holding off Brian Schwartzlander. 13 laps complete. Colton Walters is your leader. Here comes Brian Schwartzlander to the outside, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Walters going to try to drift up, and it's going to go off the track. And that's going to allow Colton Walters to rebound just a bit. They're side by side through turn 3. Brian Schwartzlander going to jump that cushion just a little bit. It's going to be enough to allow Colton Walters to get back to the lead. Battle for 3rd going on now between Jeremiah Shingeldecker and Chaz Wolbert. Chaz Wolbert to the inside of Shingeldecker, but Shingeldecker has the momentum going down the backstretch. The move for the lead has been complete. Brian Schwartzlander is your leader. He makes a move down the backstretch. We are staying green here. 10 laps remaining. Brian Swartzlander, your new leader out of Leechburg, Pennsylvania. He is an 8-time track champion, over 100 career victories here at the Lernerville Speedway. Jeremiah Shingeldecker battling with Chaz Wolbert for that third spot. We've got debris on the front stretch that just come off Colton Walters' car. Battle for third continues as Brian Swartzlander begins to pull away from Colton Walters. We'll see what the gap is at the line here, courtesy of My Race Pass. Almost 1 second down for Brian Swartzlander. Colton Walters running down low. Brian Swartzlander running the high side. Chaz Wolbert and Jeremiah Shingeldecker continue that battle for third. It has been an epic one for the past 5 laps now. Chaz Wolbert now with that third position on lap number 18. Colton Walters closed the gap just a little bit on that past lap. We'll see if he can continue to do so. Battling back to the outside is Jeremiah Shingeldecker for that third position. They make their way into turn 3. Chaz Wolbert runs down low. Jeremiah Shingeldecker back up to the high side. Shingeldecker at the line for third. We've got a car spun in turn number 4. That's a 35. Steve Slater going to bring out the next caution here tonight. Excavating victory lane, third. Brian Swartzlander had the lane choice. He chose the inside line, so a little bit of a switch there as Swartzlander looks to really. So once again, your official points champion in the 37 MD, Jeremiah Shingeldecker championship position. We'll see what happens here. 6 laps will tell the story. Green is back out. Great start in the Sprinkles restart zone for Brian Swartzlander as he makes his way into turn number 1. Great start for Jeremiah Shingeldecker as well as he now moves into the third spot. How about Rick Rogalski? Brought out the first caution of the night. He now runs 5th. Swartzlander to the outside, and look at Colton Walters running through the middle. 5 laps remaining. As Eric Westendorf always says it, the 5 knuckles shuffle from flagman Dan Hunkley. That battle for third continues. How about that between Wolbert and Shingeldecker? Shingeldecker to the outside, Wolbert to the inside. It's like a broken record up here, ladies and gentlemen. 4 laps to go. Brian Swartzlander, your leader, and pulling away, going down the backstretch. He's got the momentum, but now 2 cars closing in on Colton Walters. Jeremiah Shingeldecker looks to go to the high side. He's going to get a little bit tight, though. That's going to allow Wolbert to work back to the inside and take away the third spot from Shingeldecker. Shingeldecker back around the outside for 1 and 2, regains the third spot, but for how long this time? We'll find out. Pushes hard going into 3, but gets it going back coming out of 4. 2 laps remaining. Brian Swartzlander, you're that much closer to career win number 100, sir, as you make your way down the backstretch with 2 laps remaining. Colton Walters looking to tie a career best second place finish. White flag in the air now, 1 lap remaining. Colton Walters making the best of it here. But Brian Swartzlander making the best of his career 100 wins here as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4. He's got the distance, he's got the gap, he's got the win, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Swartzlander wins here tonight. Your top 5 here tonight in this 25-lap Big Block Modified presented by Deal Automotive feature event. Brian Swartzlander picks up career win number 100 at the action track. Second goes to the 18 of Colton Walters. Third will go to your 2022 points champion, Jeremiah Shingeldecker. Fourth will go to the C3 of Chaz Wolbert. And Rick Rogalski rounds out your top 5. We're going to go to Terry Bowser excavating victory lane. I'm sure we're going to speak to a jovial Brian Swartzlander, and I'm sure we'll speak to a jovial Jeremiah Shingeldecker. win number 100 for the Leechburg native, Brian Swartzlander. Brian taking a moment to celebrate with crew, family, sponsors, getting a champagne shower, getting a confetti shower in Terry Bowser Excavating Victory Lane. Brian, unbelievable. Clearly a very emotional moment for you here in Victory Lane. Talk to me about what's going through your mind.
Well, I've been hearing a lot about this 100th, and really to me, what 99, 100, but, it is a great feat for us. And these guys work so hard, and I just didn't know if we were going to get it. And to get it on championship night and last night of the season, you never know. This might be it. You never know.
Yeah, you've chased all year long, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. Talk to us about your season, though. You've got to be happy with your performance.
Well, we've had a good year, top fives all year. We've had a lot of disappointing nights. It's a roller coaster, this racing. And tonight the car couldn't have been better. We were in the pits and we're deciding what do we want to do. And guy said, piss on it. Just run it the way it is. And that's what we did. We didn't touch a thing. And the car was awesome. It was really good,
Yeah, the race itself was excellent to watch. You got into a really great battle with Colton Walters earlier. And it seemed like once you got past Colton, you really had that figured out. But what I want to really talk to you and ask you about is your decision on that last restart. You chose the inside starting lane. Did you know something that maybe we didn't know because you were running the high side pretty much the whole time?
Well, I got back to the high side. My thing was there was more bite on the bottom coming off here, and I didn't want to get stuck in the middle on the slick and spin the tires and him pull away from me. So I figured if I could get a good jump off that bottom with a little bit of bite, I could get back to the top, and it worked out. I got lucky.
Car counts have been tough this year with the current economy, the current state of things. It's not where you want it to be, but nonetheless, not taking anything away from the stiff competition you have in this division. Talk to us about that.
Well, you're right. It's a shame we don't have more cars, but look at Colton, man. He ran a hell of a race. There's some good young blood coming up. Every one of these cars in this race could have won tonight. A lot of it's where you start, and if you hit the right setup that night, and we hit it good tonight. And I'll tell you what, I had a hell of a time getting around Colton. He was really hooked up going, and I took a couple bonsais on that top and didn't know if we were going to get through, but that's what I had to do to get out front. And once you got to the front, I could just control it a little better and not have to run as hard. But, you never know, man. I don't take any of these for granted until that checker's flying,
You've got one sponsor on this car that's been with you pretty much this whole time, McCutcheon Enterprises, but I'm sure there are other people that you would like to thank for helping you throughout your career and here this year.
Well, Calvin's been with us this whole time. I mean, we're a family team, and he's part of our family. And all these races we've won together, And my whole crew, they're all family, And you got Peace Contracting. Peace has been with us for a long time. JDRF. You just look at the names of these cars. They've all been here with us. Townsend Gas and Oils, Enders. Chuck Schmidt from Barron's has been helping us a lot. There's a lot of people that's helped us. And, like Salego, they're from right here, and Holbein, they're local people. So hopefully they're all here and enjoying this. And it's just great to get this one.
How about crew and family as well?
Yeah, my wife and daughter's here. Unfortunately, my son had to miss it tonight. I almost didn't come tonight. He's getting inducted to his high school Sports Hall of Fame tomorrow night at Bank when he had to go to the football game. So that's kind of disappointing that he's not here because we've been together so long with this team. And, he's such a big part of it. And, Scotty Dorick, my brother Keith, Justin, my nephew, all these guys, and, Terry's been here and his wife, Debbie, and everybody.